and welcome, my Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this full moon in November, waning to new in December 2021? I am your reader, Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle production since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, and launching my Patreon the day before the full moon we were about to talk about. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Yeah, doing the bull dance, feeling the flow. This Patreon thing is really cool. I'm uploading all of the extended readings from Vimeo to Patreon. So, and that's just the first tier. Man, woo, a lot of good stuff going on. So let's get up in this gig. If you're new to the channel, a 7-card draw is nothing more than one card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon from the full moon on Friday, November 19th. It is a lunar eclipse. It is also void, of course. It's in Taurus right up until the point it goes full lunar eclipse. It goes void, of course, on the 19th at 3:57 a.m. So do your Taurus moon wealth and stuff the night before Thursday, which is why that's the day I am launching my Patreon. It just feels astrologically right to do it on a almost full moon in Taurus on a Thursday, the day of money and abundance. That being said, we then look at the waning moon, letting go, shadow work, healing, forgiving, letting people, places, and things go to the new moon in Sagittarius on Saturday, the 4th of December, 2:43 a.m. So you get to wake up in that lovely, fun, mutable, fiery Sag moon, being new and all of that. So keep in mind, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, right? Check your other signs for more info about the situation we're about to look at, or perhaps another one, because we all got a lot going on in our lives. Other than that, all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box if you want to check them out. My book link is down there. I even made a video, Booking a Reading with Mal. How to book a reading with me, but really what goes on before, during, and after for me, and usually the client. Other than that, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can to help out my brother and sister Scorpios out there. One of my older brothers is a Scorpio. So I'm here to serve you all, right. So let's get up in this gig. Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Waiting to inhale as I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, as well as the spirit animals and totems. For the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading. Let's start with the Carolyn Mace archetype deck here. Been shuffling since I hit record. So what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype? Hovering over their head, downloading the lesson into the other chakras underneath it. That shows them the shadow work, the forgiveness work, the alchemy from lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, this full to new. November, December, the rescuer archetype. Virgo got rescuer archetype. I know that because I did that one last night. Did those readings yesterday. A healing family archetype, and just even tuning to this right now, a lot of what people call heroes archetypally are not really heroes. Usually they're rescuers, right? Firemen, you know, all that Archangel Michael stuff, protect, defend, which is the Avenger, a different archetype. Those are action family archetypes. This is a healing family archetype. 9 different groupings or families. So let's look at the shadow and the light here. The shadow indicates the stuff you don't want to look at, or if you're aware of it, you don't want anybody to know about it, so you keep it in the past, you keep it in the background. the shadow attribute assumes that the rescued will reciprocate. Not always. Keeps the rescued one needy. A little Baron Munchausen there for you. The light attribute provides strength and support to others in crisis. Okay, so we all do that. You can have the rescuer archetype a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but acts out of love with no expectation of reward. And I know a lot of Scorpios like that, actually. Mostly females, but you know, they'll give you the shirt off your back. But if they're really coming from that place of emotional empowerment, that's really, really great. All right, let's see. Because sometimes you got to rescue yourself too. You know, pull yourself out of stuff, particularly if it's out of balance or you're doing it for everybody else and not yourself. All right. Next, 4 chakras down: heart, throat, third eye, crown, the internal world, the feminine energy, your psychological world, second level of power, personal level of power. Please take a nice deep breath. This is usually where the shadow work begins. As I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Scorpio, powers of the West, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What do they need to be aware of inside of themselves? All right, the world behind their eyes, particularly I would think the emotional part of it, but give us a tarot card here for them to help them with the shadow work, this full to new. All right, good. 2 of Pentacles, balance, literally written on the card, keyword balance, the bull leapers. I'm sure we've all heard grabbing the bull by the horns. I don't know if this is where this originates, but it's women acrobats that would run. This is before bullfights, I think. It's like kind of ancient. Run towards the bulls, grab them by the horns, and flip over them, right? Which certainly does take some balance there for sure. So used to seeing the juggler, right, in the Rider-Waite. So this might be about you really coming into balance. Like I said, you know, the stuff that comes out of my mouth, I do breath work and prayer before I do these readings. So maybe this is about really finding your balance within yourself, right? Are you rescuing you more, and yet are you asking for help? Because it feels great to be the rescuer. It doesn't always feel so good to be the rescuee. If that's a word, the rescuee. We're going to make it a word for this conversation. Lower 3 chakras, the yang, right? The masculine energy. From the outside looking in, you from the inside looking out. Usually both of that stuff, but lower 3 chakras having to do with relationships. Root chakra relationships, tribes, families, groups, even your political affiliation, the ball team you belong to, you know, a fan of. Even the type of music you listen to can be very tribal that way. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships, definitely Scorpio vibe there, that second chakra stuff. And solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your self-esteem, your honor code, and all that jazz. Please take a nice deep breath. Okay, it's an interesting feeling. Please, my gods of water, the sign of Scorpio and powers of the West, what is the lower 3 chakra dynamic here? The external world, outside looking in, inside looking out, maybe all of that for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, alchemizing the rescuer archetype in the 8th through the 2 of Pentacles balance in the inner world, heart, throat, third eye, crown. What's the lower 3 chakra dynamic? Ooh, this full to new. Now, the 7 of Wands in this deck is not traditional. It's mythic, but it's not a traditional thing there. We're used to seeing that defensiveness in the Rider-Waite. Not this so much. This is Jason and the Argonauts. They actually got the golden fleece at this point, but they have to like make their way back, right? So there are hoops they have to jump through, things they need to do. This feels like determination, right? Like sort of, well, hopefully you get this, but you know, you just don't get in a car one day, put the key in the ignition and start driving, right? You have to go through the hoops of it. You know, you got to go take the test and, you know, all of that stuff. But this is something that you want. I can feel that. You, of course, might be a little defensive about it, particularly if there comes to be a thing here about being in need of rescue, or in a much easier way of saying that, asking for help, which could be a little bit of a struggle. Not the Five of Wands battle, but that thing of, okay, well, I need to do this. It could be really overwhelming. So Scorpios are known for not necessarily wearing their hearts on their sleeve. But while you're finding your balance in a challenge, it does make sense that way. And sure, why not have some healthy boundaries in place? Why wouldn't that be a healthy boundary? Right? That's Seven of Wands. Let's keep going. The healing mantra deck, just a mantra to help you balance all of this out. I don't know that this is necessarily a soul contract read, because that rescuer archetype can manifest itself in so many ways, like animal rescue, right? Is that a job, or is that a vocation, but are you the rescuer in your tribe? It's a good question. Please take a nice deep breath. I'm going to call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because this is very general at this point. What is the perfect healing mantra, please, my beloveds? For the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, the perfect healing mantra to help them alchemize that rescuer archetype into the light. Balance on the inner, Seven of Wands on the outer. What's the mantra they can heal this with? This full to new. Embodying my soul, I have a right to be excited. That kind of makes sense, right? This just changed the tone of this, where this is, okay, I can totally relate to this, like all the uploading that I'm doing, and I have my clipboard is full with this Patreon thing, right? But I have to keep my balance, because I'm teaching tonight on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Drawing the Circle Facebook page, and my God, I have ebooks to upload to it. There's just a lot of stuff that I got to do, and I wouldn't call it a battle. It's not a Five of Wands. I can relate. I can relate to this. I have planets in Scorpio. I have Neptune in Scorpio, Generation X. So this isn't my read, but I can relate to that. Embodying my soul, I have a right to be excited. I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book. Embodying my soul, I have a right to be excited. And I opened right to it. When your soul is embodied, you are grateful to be alive. You are aware of life as a precious opportunity to experience the frequency of your own light through the unique attributes, characteristics, and senses of a person. That's a lot to say that you are an immortal soul, an immortal being that has been on this planet more times than any of us can really guess. Who knows where else, right? Starseeds and whatnot. But you were chosen. Your soul came in to do something that only your soul could come in to do this life. And then you take quantum into consideration, all these different variant versions of you. Every time you say yes, another one of you says no. So, you are playing a very, very specific role here. But that thing of the rescuer does have that thing. There's a little grain of concern there that I'm getting there in my solar plexus. About, are you really taking care of yourself in this? If you are rescuing other people and that's what you do for a living, that's one thing. But are you enjoying it? Are you getting it from the place of the soul? There's more here. As your soul becomes embodied, you are elated to be a part of life's cosmic play, no matter how bad things may seem. And that could be this too, right? I guess there are some people on the planet who aren't dealing with the struggle of the world right now in some way, shape, or form. And it's a temporary, even if they're not. So, keep in mind, this is a pretty powerful thing. Embodying your soul. Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, great book. Brilliant book, actually. You can find it on audio for free on YouTube, by the way. He says that joy is our natural state. He's not the first person to say that, but joy is our natural state, but covered up by conditioning, right? By all this stuff that we've picked up, genetic stuff, right? And that is the terrain of the ego. The ego is here, if you like, the soul here, and the personality is in between the two. That's a good way to look at it. It's all getting integrated into one thing, though. So this mantra is ideal for developing courage. It would make sense. Finding your inner voice, which Scorpio, I could see that. Finding your inner voice doesn't say so much about outer here, but feeling safe in your body is a PDK, pretty damn key, I'm gonna say, for that. So you have a right to be excited, right? You have a right to be excited, to get in the game and enjoy this. But with that rescuer thing, yeah, comment if you can remember to do so by the end of this. Like, what is that rescuer for? Like, I can understand if it's rescuing kitties, right? That could be very, very fun, but that's a lot of litter to scoop. It's a lot of spay and neuter down the line, right? Okay. Let's get the whisper of love here. The voices of the higher self, the party turner deck. I love to call it that. Because all of a sudden, kind of either really puts us in a different direction than we expected. And with the Scorpio, you never know. Please take a nice deep breath. Nice gentle breath on this one. It feels nice and gentle. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading? To really give them the inspiration, information, and insight they need to alchemize that rescuer archetype into gold, balance on the inner, 7 of Wands on the outer, embodying their soul, because they have a right to be excited this full to new November, December 2021, and that's what I'm talking about. Romance. The party hath been turned. The party hath been turned. Yeah, we're dealing with a romantic situation here. That's why I say in general reads, I got enough cards in these decks to call it out. If you want it called out, looks like you and Libra got the romance reads this time around so far. So, lavish the one you love with your personal attention and affection. Why wouldn't you if you're feeling excited? You have a right to do that, but maybe there are some hurdles in there, so you gotta keep your balance. And is there a rescuing dynamic here? Are you a knight? A K-N-I-G-H-T? Is someone waiting for the knight? Oh, for you to be there in their arms. Okay, it's stupid, I agree, but, you know, you gotta amuse yourself on planet Earth sometimes. Look, this is a clear romantic read now, and embodying your soul. We know how tricky it can be, particularly if this is somebody new. This is shadow work that we're talking about, the waning moon. So keeping your balance in this internally, Scorpio's deal, doesn't mean to be rigid. It's just finding that balance. It feels like this might be new emotional terrain for you in some way. How exciting. Oh my god. Almost sounds like a waxing moon read. Those are the 5 card draws, new moon to full. All right. No more screwing around, not like we were. The Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco, who's got a cool name. I wonder if she's from New York. The spirit animals and totems, please take a nice deep breath. Take another, please. Gotta feel this one. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, who walks with them, who flies with them, who swims with them, who crawls with them, who guides them from the totemic pantheons for this Scorpio, so they can be the rescuer in the gold with the balance on the inner, 7 of Wands on the outer, jumping through hoops, jumping over hurdles, embodying their soul. They have a right to be excited in this romantic situation they find themselves in. Please, what is their Divine Animals Oracle here, this full to new? Well, how X-Men of you. You got Wolverine. I hear he has a huge Ackman. Such a stupid joke. But I can't avoid it. I just can't. You try doing this every day. You're going to find some humor as you go. All right, you ready for the keyword? Fierceness. Oh my god, you are fierceness. It's self. Card number 5. Just going to read you the first bit and the last bit in here because there's tons of info. I need the magnifying glass for this nano font. Probably designed by a Scorpio. Please take a nice deep breath. The Wolverine. Woof. Fierceness. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from things that confront you, but choose carefully how you act. Like being in balance on the inner in a Seven of Wands situation on the outer. You gotta be fierce. You ain't no glamour boy. You're fierce. You can be fierce but not angry. Loyalty is important right now. Big Wolverine. Snicket. The magic. Wolverine magic is to be utilized when you need real will and determination. Element of fire, will, passion, and desire. When you are against the odds and you need a bit of healthy fierceness to get things done, call on this animal's energy. Also, if you wish to have an energy witness to keep a vow or secret safely for you, Wolverine would be a great choice. Oh, a Scorpio Wolverine, a Wolverine Scorpio. Kind of feeling that. And to let your fierceness kind of keep you going on the inside, but certainly keep it in balance, right? The emotions, particularly if there's some stuff you need to keep secret in this situation, but to let your fierce flag fly. That was hard to say. A lot of work. A lot of work for the Virgo, Pisces moon, Leo rising guy here. What's the hidden blessing? Because what does a Scorpio want to know more than what's hidden? One of the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, called Blessed Be by, say it with me, my malcontents, Lucy Cavendish. We love her work, and this deck is wonderful, and the blessings in this book, this could have been a prayer book. Didn't even need the cards, but we're glad we got them. So we started with the pantheons of the divine. We end with the pantheons of the divine. I just say the prayer a little bit different. Please take a nice deep breath. This feels like a pretty fierce romantic read. Here we go. As I call upon the pantheon of pantheons, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the hidden blessing here that they will probably see, if not during, then after the shadow work, once the alchemy is either underway or mostly completed, so that they can alchemize into providing strength and support to others in crisis, acting out of love with no expectation of rewards, keeping their balance inside of them with the Two of Pentacles, kind of jumping through the hoops, the challenges, the will, the passion to keep going on with the Seven of Wands, embodying their soul because they have a right to be excited in a romance that they want to lavish, or they can lavish the ones that they love with their personal attention and affection, and to do it fiercely, and to do it with some loyalty, and maybe to do it with some secrecy, and not to kind of do it all at once like the Scorpio sting. What is the hidden, please give them a really good one for this. What is the perfect healing blessing that is already in place that they will discover this full to new November, December? A blessing on your sleep. I mean, it's very Scorpio. Doesn't necessarily say with or without someone. A blessing on your sleep. Card number 6. Got an owl there. Her eyes are closed. I know somebody who looks kind of just like her. Card number 6. Now I'm going to read this from the bookie book, as I like to call it. But we're going to do the blessing for real here. This one isn't terribly long. I've got my torch of Archangel Michael and my magnifying glass. Please take a nice deep breath. Say it through me, Pantheons. Card number 6, a blessing on your sleep. A blessing for a deep and peaceful sleep full of wondrous dreams and long hours where the body and brain can focus entirely upon their rest and healing. This is probably that balance card, big time. May you find the blessing of deep, good sleep. May it come to you easily, and when your head touches the pillow and your body stretches out in luxurious freedom, May you begin to drift immediately between the world of the waking and the world of the dreamer. May the slumber that comes be deep, so that all the extraneous sounds about you melt away, and there is only you and the other world we can inhabit when we sleep. Another life, other life, all one word, where we dream and explore the wonders of lands that will only ever exist within these visions. May these dreams bring you food for rich thought in the days to come, wisdom to explore, insights into your own consciousness and being, and beauty beyond the waking imagination. May the body take its nourishment from this gorgeous rest. May the bones strengthen and knit. The mind lose its worries and anxieties, and may whatever has troubled you in the waking hours be released for at least a time, as you enter entirely into this realm inhabited by the wonders of your own deeper self. Let the sleep be long and deep and peaceful and soothing and healing. When you awaken, dreamer, may you feel refreshed, as if a load has been taken from you. May your mind be cleared and your heart lightened, and may you rise easy and be ready to engage with this day and know fully its delights. A blessing on your sleep again and again, for it is the key to your wellness and peace of mind. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. It does make sense, particularly with the rescuer, right? It's like you want to keep this rescuing thing in balance. You want to give with a free and open heart, but you got to keep your internal balance, and Earth can certainly be about the wisdom of what you already have within you, just keeping moving forward step by step in through what is obviously a challenge, hoop, jumpy situation here. But you are allowed to be excited, right? You have a right to be excited about this. You are learning how to embody your soul in a romantic situation where you lavish your love and attention on somebody, but with fierceness and with protection, right? With that sense of loyalty and maybe a little bit of secrecy here. But remember that the dream is alive within you, that as you rest, as you sleep, as you integrate, you come into balance, and your own answers will come to you either through your dreams asleep or through your daydreams, your meditations, your contemplations there. So good luck with all that, and please do, please comment if you can. The rescuer in a romantic thing can be very toxic, unless it's not. And that is not an easy row to hoe, as they like to say. So did you like it? Like the video, you want more? Subscribe. You want to follow me on Patreon? Hang in there, it's coming. There will be links everywhere. And if you want to book me for a private read, link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal, a YouTube video. And if you want a little extra guidance and grace, check out my book on Kindle. Link in the description thingy. Otherwise, wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very, very blessed of this full to new November, December, my beloved Scorpios. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.